Mussolini was born in Predapio, Italy in 1883. He was the oldest of 3 children, born to his father, an impassioned socialist, and his mother, a Catholic schoolteacher. In 1902, Mussolini moved to Switzerland to promote socialism, quickly gaining a reputation for his magnetism and remarkable rhetorical talents. He was briefly imprisoned and, upon release, became editor of a newspaper, Avanti meaning forward, which gave him a larger megaphone to expand his influence. Switzerland was not a fan of Mussolini because it was a neutral country, and therefore he was forced to move back to Italy. In 1904, he returned to Italy, promoting his socialist ideas, but was soon expelled from the Italian Socialist Party. He joined the Italian army in 1915 and fought on the front lines, reaching the rank of corporal before being wounded and discharged from the military. Mussolini returned home an anti-socialist. As early as February 1918, he advocated the emergence of a dictator to confront the economic and political crisis gripping Italy. 3 months later, in a widely reported speech in Bologna, he hinted that he himself might prove such a man. In 1919, Mussolini formed his fascist party with other war veterans in Milan. Fascism centers around extreme loyalty to a totalitarian leader. Unlike communism, it had no exact plan or economy associated with it. In 1922, the Fascist Congress in Naples met a nonviolent end. Mussolini vows he will take over the government, saying, "I take a solemn oath that either the government of this country must be given peacefully to the fascists, or we will take it by force." 2 days later, on October 27, 1922, Mussolini makes good on his promise and leads the March on Rome. King Victor Emmanuel III handed over the government to Mussolini as he feared how much support he had. Now, Mussolini is named Prime Minister of Italy, while 25,000 black shirts march through Rome to show their strength. In 1925, Mussolini takes complete control as dictator in Italy. In 1934, Mussolini and Hitler met for the first time in Venice. Mussolini spoke German, so they were able to talk one-on-one with no interpreter, and did so for hours. In 1936, the Anti-Comintern Pact created a diplomatic alliance between Italy, Germany, and Japan, in opposition to the spread of communism. This later became the military alliance called the Axis powers. Jealous of Hitler's growing power and success, Mussolini declared war on Britain and France in June 1940. In September, he sent troops to Egypt and in October to Greece, but faced defeats in both endeavors. After this, he had to greatly depend on Hitler to keep his political and military power. In 1943, the Allied powers' attack on Sicily was the final straw. Mussolini was imprisoned by a new government in July 1943, but soon rescued in a German raid on the prison and put into power in northern Italy by Hitler. On April 27, 1945, Italy and Germany were very close to being defeated, so Mussolini attempted to escape to Switzerland. About to leave, Mussolini and his mistress were captured by Italian partisans. They were driven to the gates of the Villa Belmonte, where they were shot to death by a partisan firing squad. Their bodies were beaten and hung upside down in the Piazza Lorenzo. Mussolini envisioned that the development of an effective conveyance is very much necessary to bring up a prosperous nation. He founded the National Fascist Party, which is considered the strongest fascist party. He made good progress in bringing up the economy in Italy.